Come on, you know the words. Let me hear you in the back.
Woof, woof, woof.
It's good times. Fortunately, now we don't have time for Dr. Sam. There's no veterinarian and no vet mind better than my friend, Dr. Sam. You know, Andrea, I'm lucky.
You're lucky.
I have great friends in my life, and Dr. Sam's one of my great friends in life.
Best.
And lives just around the corner from me. When he's not in town, I like to go in his house, eat his snacks, roll around on the floor, wait for him to come around and scratch my belly. You know, all the things you expect from a friend.
Exactly.
If you have a question about a cat, a dog, a critter, 312-591-8900. We have plenty of staff questions and questions we've collected in the past few days to bring up to the great Dr. Sam Ristich, Indian Prairie Animal Hospital, IPHAvet.com, 630-820-6999. We'll give you more on that and reconnect you by the time we finish. Hi, buddy.
Happy Friday, Steve and Andrea. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Dr. Sam.
Let's start with, we're fine, by the way, and I hope you're well as well. Let's start with Andrea, because Andrea got her dog.
I love my dog so much.
And you helped the dog with its anxiety issues, but they've sort of flared up again, Andrea?
Yeah, they're flaring up again, Dr. Sam. So we adopted this little girl from Paws. She was 9 years old. She's 10 now. She is literally, as you know, she's the perfect dog. She loves everybody. She's friendly. The second we leave the house, she doesn't eat the furniture or anything. She'll run back and forth from the front to the back, from the front for hours and hours. She'll take maybe a 2-minute break, and then she's up again, barking. So we've tried the clonidine, we've tried the trazodone, and then you gave me some of those little, I'm calling them gummies, but they're not gummies. They're like little anti-anxiety little meat squares. And you give her a half because she's only 13 pounds. And it worked kind of for a while. She would take a nap, and then for a longer period of time, that's all completely out the window now. So we're trying the doggy Prozac, but that's not working either.
She's not destroying anything.
No, she's not destroying anything.
You sure
I'm
it's
just
not just
afraid,
a workout program?
It could be.
Could be.
It could be.
Dr.
But
Sam,
I'm
what does
just
this
worried
mean?
she's going to give herself a little heart attack.
I don't think she'll give herself a little heart attack, but you could play a game maybe this weekend where you leave for a minute, you come back, you reassure you're coming back, give her a treat, leave for 5 minutes, come back, leave for 10 minutes, increasing the interval.
Okay.
And sooner or later, she doesn't know if you're coming or going. 2, she's bored, and she loves you guys. So, you got to do something to change the situation. So I would probably put her in daycare a day or two a week.
Okay.
And it's just like the kids, when you pick them up from a sleepover, they'd be so pooped that, she's going to calm down.
Okay.
She's just,
I'm
not a big fan on drugs for something of that nature. If it was, like Steve alluded to, a destructive behavior, maybe.
Right. But she misses us.
Yeah, but
She loves you.
I think that's brilliant. Do the little interval game.
I like that too. I like the doggy daycare because that was a thought too. She gets along with other dogs and other people.
Yeah.
So I think she might
she'll
enjoy
burn
a
up
doggy.
some energy.
I like that. Thank you.
So dogs get bored.
Dogs get bored. We all get bored.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like that idea instead of just all the drugs.
Maybe
because they're
just-
obviously not working. She's powering
What
through.
do you do when you get bored, Steve? You eat. I mean, I could be at the clinic 14 hours and not be hungry the whole day. I go for 14 minutes and I'm going in that pantry. And you got to be careful when dogs get bored. They, especially if you feed them, that you have the food out there all the time. Obesity can add to that too.
But you don't necessarily have to up the dosage of anything.
Up the dosage of the medicine you're on?
Of the medicine, yeah.
Yeah, well, not knowing what medicine you're on, and I'd hate to say, up the dose.
Okay.
And she OD this weekend, but
God forbid.
Usually the standard doses, if they don't work, they'll usually go to a different class. You can go to an animal behaviorist. Some of these trainers are great for helping with that too. They'll hang around in that, and sometimes they'll take the dog out during the day. We all. if you could have somebody come in and just let her, go for a long walk during the day, that would help it too.
Okay, I love this.
They can't get bored.
I love
so
this
is
idea.
like this is a natural solution to all of this.
Thank
if
you,
you can figure out a way
Sam.
to stream the show and just play the show back, where she can listen to it.
Yeah, she could listen to us.
Yeah, that wouldn't be boring unless you play the wrong show. Nick, do you have a pet question?
Do I have a pet question?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. Not really. I got a dog who lays around. He's a King Charles Cavalier, and he's lazy. But he's not gaining weight. So am I okay with him?
You probably are. You set a breed of dog that you got to make sure the heart's okay. They have a tendency to have their fair share of heart problems, murmurs, and stuff like that. But a lot of times dogs get heavy and lay around because they're arthritic, too. How old is the dog?
We're not sure because it was a rescue.
Did you ask him?
The vet thinks maybe 4 years old, so on the younger side.
Yeah, I would want to rule out the fact that he's not arthritic or anything like that. So, some baseline blood work, maybe an X-ray, and then go from there.
Okay.
Tom, you have a cat question?
A lot of times, Nick, they're like their owners. So
Nick.
Oh, yeah.
When Nick's not here, he does lay in his yard.
Yeah.
And he scratches himself all day long.
All right, now.
Tom, do you have a cat question?
Yeah, I do. Kind of along the lines of the anxiety thing, my cat has been over-grooming his tummy a lot.
Wait. Is this like projection? This isn't you? Like you're
Asking
saying
for a
it's the
friend?
cat, it's not you asking for a cat, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I've been grooming my tummy a lot, but so is my cat.
Okay.
And we went to the vet and they gave us some medicine to give him to help with anxiety, but I just want to know if there are any general ways to make him feel more at ease around the house.
Well, back in the old days, we used to always thought that was a behavior problem. But current thinking now is it might be allergies, and especially a food allergy, sometimes allergies to fleas. And, that's oftentimes a paradox because you expect to see 100 fleas, and there's only 1 or 2.
Interesting.
So I would rule out allergies and maybe do a therapeutic trial with, an allergy food.
Interesting. Oh, yeah.
What's an allergy food?
Well, the good ones are the prescription ones. They're diets that have hydrolyzed protein, where the protein has been made so small that the brain doesn't have time to know you're allergic to it. So you can go with the novel protein diets, alligator, kangaroo, all that, rabbit. But when you go a novel protein route, you're going down a list. Where the hydrolyzed protein, usually you get a quicker response if it's going to work or not.
Gotcha.
All right, stand by. Dwayne, we're going to get to you in a moment. Got some texter questions as well. More from Dr. Sam. And Dr. Sam, we come back. Should you get a pet for Christmas? And what's a good Christmas gift if you're a dog or a cat lover? You're buying for somebody that's doing it? Stand by. And if you don't get your dog anything, do they get mad? Stand by. Dr. Sam Ristich, Indian Prairie Animal Hospital. That's, again, the place where you should go if you're certainly in the Western Burbs. But I'd recommend you make a road trip anywhere. You people love your dogs and your cats and stuff. Question off the air, Dr. Sam. What is a good budget cat food that you like, or a budget dog food?
Over the counter, I like Prairie, Science Diet, or Royal Canin. Those are my
Those
three.
ones you mentioned. Okay.
Yeah. I think they're really good diets, proven the test of time.
Connie is recommending some assistance to Andrea, or at least is curious about it. If Andrea got another dog, would that help the anxiety
We
of the
thought
dog she
about
had?
that, yeah.
Well, sometimes it helps and sometimes it intensifies the problem. They are pack animals. There's always got to be somebody telling the other ones that the wolf is coming to the campfire. So,
okay,
I think it would get. I think it might intensify it.
Okay, right. And she's older too. She's 10 now.
This wolf campfire thing, when your Native American background seeps into the conversation, I just don't know how to handle it. Let me go over here to Dwayne. And Dwayne's got a question. Dwayne's in Dansville. Yes, Dwayne.
Yeah, we live in the country down here, and we've got 4 horses, 3 dogs, and one of our dogs just loves to eat horse poop. So, first of all, is that an issue? And second of all, how do we keep it from doing that?
It seems, Dr. Sam, I mean, you're the expert, but it seems to me that dog is angry about a bet it lost at the track. I mean, I could be wrong.
Or some fraternity thing, I would imagine.
See?
Anyway, I would say that's a behavior that's normal in dogs. I would make sure your dog is on a good diet. I would make sure there's adequate fiber in your diet. When they eat their own poop, it's an easy solution. Pick up the poop. But Dwayne and Danville, I would imagine there's a lot of horse poop down there to pick up. So I would have my dog tested twice a year to make sure he didn't pick up a parasite or anything like that. And I would keep him on a heartworm preventative that would give him some broad spectrum of protection against intestinal parasites.
I mean, a heartworm thing, that's standard for dogs anyway, isn't it?
Yep.
It should be, yeah. It's a highly preventable disease by a monthly pill. You have to test them once a year. It's a deadly disease and very costly to treat.
All right, a couple other things before we run out of time here. And Ray Stagic's standing by to tell us why we're going to be 85 and sunny today. Before we get to that.
Wish.
All right, Dr. Sam, people think it's a cute idea, and it is cute. I mean, you get a puppy for Christmas, it's cute. It's not a good idea, though, is it?
Nah, it's not a good idea. You got to plan. That's a commitment. Some cases 16, 20 years for a cat. And, certain pets I would avoid. I don't think I'd get a skunk for Christmas or an exotic pet. That takes a lot of time, too.
So, generally speaking, you shouldn't buy a pet for Christmas. You should sit down with your family and go, is this a good idea? And how long is it going to be before you stop lying to yourself and realize only one person's going to walk the dog and take care of it?
Exactly. Or go back to college and leave mom with the iguana or something like that. Yeah, it's a commitment. And, buying pets, there's so many rescues. There's so many pets that need a home out there. And even with exotic pets, there's rescues that, give up rabbits and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of pets for Christmas. Animals for Christmas.
There's a big story that we haven't talked about in the news, Andrea.
The mystery RSV, I'm calling it the mystery RSV illness, but it's a mystery respiratory illness that a lot of dogs are getting across the country.
Well, we're not sure a lot of dogs are getting it. We know a lot of dogs are being reported getting it, and until the numbers are in, it might not be, maybe there's a little uptick every year when it gets a little colder. We see respiratory disease go around, but this caught the media's attention, and I would have to say in my clinic, we field more phone calls from people that had heard about the story than their dog actually being sick or coughing.
Okay.
And we've had no cases of pneumonia. We've had no, fortunately, deaths. Some of the dogs that come in coughing, they've been coughing for a while.
So it's hype.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good that it's not as bad as
darling. Yeah, okay. I don't think, and it does seem to be slowing down, dying down.
Good.
All right, and last question: gift for a pet-loving, somebody loves their cat or their dog. What's a good gift to get?
Well, I don't think that if they love their dog and cat, they probably got all the toys in the world to begin with. Why don't you make a donation to a local rescue or adoption place or something on their behalf in their name?
That's a nice idea.
That's a nice idea.
I'm a nice guy, Steve.
Yeah, no, I've met you. 630, we have an 8-month female GSD. I don't know what that is. She won't stop biting us. We feel she's trying to play, but it hurts. We try to tell her to lay down nicely. It's a dog.
Right.
Using a dog whistle to break her attention, although we can get her to stop faster. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would stop some behavior at home they might be doing, like playing tug of war or any mouth games.
German Shepherd.
German Shepherd. And then I would, they kind of, they're bred to be protective. I would get her into training. I'd get her into obedience class. I'd work with the trainer. And that behavior, she's just trying to see what she could get away with.
Right. It reminds me of one summer I'm playing golf with Dr. Sam, and I just started nipping at him. And, he eventually made me walk, and he took the cart. I learned.
We had to give you the trazodone.
Yeah. No treats for me. No treats at the halfway house. That's what he said.
Nothing for you.
So what do you get the vet that has everything? What do people get you for Christmas?
Oh, boy, that's a good question. I don't know.
Nice chew toy?
I mean, I first of all want to thank my clients that supply us with goodies during the Christmas season.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing the amount of food that shows up here, and the staff loves it. They appreciate it, and I want to thank everyone. That's very, very nice. But,
nice.
get for others. I got everything, Steve. I got you.
That's exactly right.
That's nice.
574 texter, make a biting mouth with your hand and hold her down with it. She doesn't understand her place in the pack. That's a listener's suggestion.
Oh, that you actually bit the dog.
They said it was an 8-month-old German Shepherd puppy. You're going to lose a finger, maybe. I don't know.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. All right, Doc. So let's remind people, the Indian Prairie Animal Hospital. Check it out. Great website. Lots of resources here. IPAH, Indian Prairie Animal Hospital, IPAHvet.com. You want to call them, 630-820-6999. Recommended by Andre and me, who have used Dr. Sam's Vet Services for years.
Well, thank you, and thank you for knowing all that information. I don't know my website.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we're out of time. Normally, Dr. Sam leaves us with a creepy story about the mating habits of an emu. Will you give that to us next time?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All righty, you guys take care. Have a wonderful holiday season.
ILL.
Bye, Dr. Sam.
I.
Woo-woo. All right.
Fighting Illini veterinarian vet school
Oh,
grad.
Dr. Sam, that's
You're
right.
still a big deal at the vet school.
One of the best schools in the country, if not the best.